I got a different take on the whole bully stuff because, you know, when I was growing up, that wasn't a thing, right? Did bullies exist? Yeah, they always existed. They always will exist. Is it a cool thing? No, but it's a part of growing up. It's a part of life, right? You, especially kids, have to learn how to deal with that shit, right? You know what I'm saying? It's something because our kids are not like living in a bubble, or they shouldn't be living in a bubble. They gotta be exposed to what's happening in the real world. If not, once they get to the real world, as adults, they're not gonna know how to handle things. That's why people go postal. They know how to handle conflict. They don't know how to handle other people being aggressive towards them. And it's not about dealing with problems with violence, but you gotta figure it out. You know what I'm saying? And what I don't like about this whole bullying movement, and I'm gonna be honest with you, is, you know, you got, say somebody get bullied in school and they kill themselves, right? It's on the news. Other people think, well, you know, kids, you don't understand. I remember being 12, being in the awkward phase. Nobody liked me. My voice is weird. You know what I mean? My feet is big. Like, kids, you know, they go through a period of insecurity, not knowing who they are yet. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, when you put things, kids are impressionable, you put things into their mind, it's like, okay, that's what you do. That's what people do. That didn't happen back then when I was growing up because that wasn't, you got bullied, you go home, you might get in a fight after school or you go tell your mom or the principal or something, you know what I'm saying? You don't kill yourself. So now I feel like with people putting that kind of stuff on the news and putting it out there, like look, little Timmy got bullied and he killed himself. Is giving other people ideas and putting it into their mind that that's kind of what you do, but that's not what you do. You know what I'm saying? Life can be hard sometimes, even for a kid. In a relative scale, life can be hard. And dealing with a bully, you might deal with a bully at work. You know what I'm saying? As an adult. You know, I mean, in the gym, wherever. But you gotta know how to deal with things, man. And I don't know where I sit yet on this whole bully movement. I don't really like it because it wasn't a bully movement when I was a kid, like big campaigns against bullying. I think bullies are fucked up people, of course. And however, I don't want to glorify what they do. I don't want to put it out there, and I don't want to glorify when people do things like take their own lives because they were bullied, because they were not comfortable. I don't want to put that shit out there either. I don't like how the news put that shit out there because it's giving kids an idea to do something that is not necessary. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, that was not a thing when I was growing up. You know, so it's something I don't relate to. You know, did I ever deal with a bully? I did. I dealt with bullies before. You know, but fortunately, like I was put into like boxing at a young age. So I got into fights, you know what I'm saying, and handled my business when I was a little kid, you know. So, but after that, I didn't really get into no fights because I had the discipline not to react out of violence, you know what I'm saying. You know, when it came to that kind of confrontation, what we got to do is teach people. What we got to do is start getting our youth involved in more programs and get them, you know. Why only baseball and football in school? Let them learn boxing or mixed martial arts or something like that. So they have that supreme confidence. But they're not getting, nobody bullying them. You know what I'm saying? Don't mess with so-and-so. Yeah, but he's skinny, he's little. Yeah, but he know that shit. He know how to do this and that. You know what I'm saying? So it'll mitigate a lot of that bullying bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not big on the bully movement, honestly. I don't want to give power to it. I don't want kids thinking that you're going to get bullied. It's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? You can't cure a world of fucked up people. You know. So sometimes them bullies need a lesson. You know what I'm saying? So, but people reacting to suicide over just being bullied that's not a thing. I don't know. Was that a thing when you were growing up? Like, it's not. I just don't relate to that. Once you put something like that out there, people see it, it's in their mind, it's ingrained in their mind, you think that's a thing. So that's a tough thing. That's a tough thing. I don't know where I'm at on that whole thing right now. So teaching my sons to be able to take care of themselves, so they don't.
So you're more of the, if you put in any situation, defend yourself type person. Not
Well,
the, like,
no, I teach my kids, you walk away from that kind of conflict. But if somebody corner you, put their hands on you, then you have my permission to whoop that ass. You know what I'm saying? But you don't, if somebody do something you don't like, if somebody upsets you, piss you off, you don't respond with violence. That's why I don't beat my kids. I never got a belt to whoop my kids, because that's showing them that, oh, you respond, you deal with conflict with violence. Nah. So, yeah, and that would be, if I felt like doing that, then I'm angry. It is I'm wrong. And that's me not being able to control my emotions. And I'm teaching them to control their emotions and use intelligence, not emotion. You know what I'm saying? So that's not something that I do. I don't teach them that. I teach them to, yeah, you do defend yourself, and you defend others that can't defend themselves. But you gotta be imminent danger, you know what I'm saying? Just because somebody saying, calling you names, calling me names, or your mom names, or whatever, that don't mean you got the right to put your hands on them. You don't. Absolutely not. So.